Yo. What is going on, everyone? All right, so we just recently got a dev update through Steam. Destiny's down right now, so let's read through this, see what they're going to tell us. See, I have not read it yet. This is just as much of a surprise to me as it is to you. So, hey, everybody. My name is Joe Blackburn, and I'm the Assistant Game Director on Destiny 2. If your free time looks anything like mine, you've been spending a lot of it on Europa over the past few weeks, which I know we all have. Some of you may know me from my previous Bungie life when I worked with the raid team on Season of Opulence, which, can we all say the Season of Opulence was a very good season? I believe that's when the Menagerie came out. Yeah. I'm back thanks to a revive from Luke and team as we work together to create a Destiny 2 future that we're all excited about. Today I want to spend some time with you on a subject that is near and dear to every Destiny 2 player's heart: rewards. Here we go. Rewards, baby. We got to see this because we've all been lacking. We've all asked for loot. We've got returned loot to us, things like that. So let's see what they got to say. There's a thing I ask a lot around the virtual office. How are we making every season the best time to jump back into Destiny? Destiny is a very large and complex game, and while this is what also makes it a game we love, we want Destiny 2 to continue to evolve to be a world with momentum. That would be great, because the little carrot on a stick right now, I know I'm kind of missing out, so I'm already bored. I've already done everything. Introducing infusion caps is part of addressing this. A way to make sure that... What's up, AG? This is a Bungie Dev update right here. So I'm going over it. Addressing this. A way to make sure that the overall... a number of rewards, Guardians need to care about in order to be competitive in, Destiny isn't prohibited. Ooh, I got breakfast coming up. It is also a way to continue evolving each season's meta while at the same time making sure players still have a ton of options when choosing what they want to bring into the next challenge, which would be great because right now I use basically 6 weapons and that's it. If you're like me, you're using the Ikelos SMG, just your standard stuff. So our goal from the beginning with infusion caps is to improve and keep Destiny 2 fresh over time, which they're not doing. What we're most looking forward to is how this system will introduce innovation to the season over season meta, how creative builds from the community will shine, and how we can continue to deliver more unique handcrafted gear that aligns with the world narrative and where the universe is going. That coffee's hitting me. Whew, I'm warming up. While we still are hard at work on improvements to how we rotate gear out of the Destiny power ecosystem, what gear you can infuse to max power, there were a few clear-cut misses on our first rollout. The initial reward pool with this release was just too small. I'm glad you said it, bro. I'm glad that you said it. All right, let's keep going. It's very frustrating to be playing Destiny and see another player use a weapon that is no longer obtainable in the game. Heir apparent. What's up, Mr. Great? I'm going to spend a lot of time, talking rewards, but before we deep dive, let's get to the TLDR. If anyone doesn't know what that means, too long, didn't read. These are the big, commitments we're making today. With each season in year 4, Destiny 2 will grow the overall power ecosystem for weapons. With very few exceptions, all weapons you can take to the power cap should still be earnable in game. Hallelujah, sing it from the mountaintops. Future annual releases will contain more new weapons to collect than Beyond Light or Shadowkeep. Yes, sir! Growing the power ecosystem. With Beyond Light, we took on the huge challenge of rebuilding our technology from the ground up. One of the benefits of this was improving the speeds with which we could make and update Destiny, which they have been on top of their updates. Like, I don't know, say Loot Cave 2.0 or bugs, things like that. They've been getting them out. You've already seen some of those gains since launch with updates, such as buffing the legendary engram coming in much faster than we've been able to do in the past. But Season 13 will be here in just a couple of months, very soon in the world of Destiny development. So let's talk about how we are continuing to leverage our technology to act with agility. Season 13 is the first... Season 13 is the first chance for us to prove our commitment to growing the overall power ecosystem with each release in year 4. We want to make sure that with each new season, there are more weapons to take with you to tackle that Nightfall ordeal or Master Bunker E15 than there were before. That would be awesome. I need more choices. While I won't be spoiling what new stuff you'll be able to chase in our next season, I did want to touch on a few changes we've made to the reward offering, specifically based on what we've seen in Beyond Light. Point 1. In Season 13, we're adding 6 new legendary weapons to our ritual activities. 2 each for Strikes, Gambit, and Crucible. Hello. Now, it's a ritual weapon, but we don't know if it's going to be new perks, so we don't know what's going to go on. But it's still 2 per thing. That's freaking great. In addition to the weapons above, your Nightfall Strikes are getting 3 unique weapons. The Palindrome, yes, the Swarm, and Shadow Price. Woo woo! Shadow Price coming back, baby! Shadow Price all making their Destiny 2 debuts. If you're brave enough to take on Grandmaster Nightfalls, which I will be now, you will be also able to earn adept versions of these weapons. Let's go! Keeping current, Season 13 not only represents the start of our commitment to growing the power ecosystem, but it is also an opportunity for us to improve how we can keep Destiny accessible to new players. New Guardians are essential to the health of our community, and as with our investment in features like the new light introduction on the Cosmodrome, which was good, it was better than most of the things we've done, we must also invest in making sure that the reward structure of Destiny is approachable to everyone. In a recent patch, we added the Season 10 and 11 weapons to the world drop pool, and we removed the Season 9 weapons. This was important for a few reasons. We want to make sure that players have a way to earn all power-relevant weaponry in the live game. If a group of new Guardians is just getting into the Grandmaster Nightfalls and they see guides on YouTube involving Warmind cells, which are absolutely amazing, we need to provide a path for them to participate. At the same time, we don't want to be clogging up the reward streams with weapons that are about to exit the power ecosystem. So anything that's only going to be around for a few months shouldn't be something a player can accidentally obtain. I 100% agree. In Season 13, we will continue to allow all players to gain a Season 11 and 12 weapons in the world drop pool, while Season 10 weapons will be obtainable through a more prescriptive source. This means that legendary engrams will no longer reward these soon to expire weapons. Thank you, God. If you want to chase a specific piece of soon to be capped loot, you'll find it with the gunsmith. This is all part of our larger commitment to making sure that players can always earn anything they might need to take on challenging activities. That said, this will require a few exceptions and some updates to live game. I'm okay with that. If you are going to fix our reward, I'm definitely happy with that. As far as exceptions, we don't plan on adding methods for players to acquire holiday weapons like the Brave Tech Werewolf outside of blah blah blah. For updates, this does mean in Season 13 we will be adding limited time quest weapons like Fellwinter's Lie, so everyone can get their Fellwinters, which, Whisper of the Worm and Outbreak Perfected to the exotic kiosk in the tower. So go get your Fellwinters if you didn't get it. Quality and quantity. This is where I'm excited. After covering things we'd like to change, I want to spend some time, talking about what must stay in the game. Destiny is a game built on exciting rewards. From Bastion, which is very good, to Ikelos SMG, yes sir, to the falling guillotine. I always get hung on that word. The rewards over the last 12 months have continued to evolve the way Guardians play the game. In Beyond Light, I believe the rewards team nailed it again with incredible new legendary perks like Recombination, yes sir. Thresh I haven't played around with too much. Chain Reaction and Reconstruction. Emphasis for me on Reconstruction and Recombination. Alongside these perks came what I believe is one of the best lineups of exotic weapons and armor in Destiny history. They've been good, especially the Lament. Please don't nerf it, Bungie. Please don't nerf the Lament. But where we succeeded in quality, we failed in quantity, yes sir. Even as Season 12, the Deepstone Crypt, and the full breadth of Europa weapons came online, the total count of weapons in Beyond Light is lower than we want. So, we're making the commitment now that our future annual releases will have more weapon rewards than Beyond Light or Shadowkeep. There's no way for us to make more rewards at Destiny standards and still maintain the health of our current team. Therefore, we're going to reinforce the rewards team with more talent that will allow us to deliver quality and quantity in the future. Molding someone new into a master Destiny gunsmith takes time. This isn't going to be a change that the community will feel next week, but it does put our best foot forward as we step towards a Witch Queen and Lightfall. I'm okay with that. As long as you're going to make improvements and you're going to give us more weapons and you're going to give us that carrot on a stick to chase, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the 2 new ritual weapons as long as the perks on them are good. Preheating the oven. Increasing the reward team size is one of our long-term retired pinnacles. Yeah, if AG, I agree. If they were outdated, or if they were sunset, I agree. But if not, just leave them. Increasing the reward team size is one of our long-term initiatives. But it is not the only upgrade to our gear rotation plan that we want to get in the oven. We envision a better solution for how armor intersects with infusion caps. Okay. The personality of armor comes from mods right now. So gaining a new piece of armor often means just trying to find a piece of armor that replicates the stat allocation you already have on a piece in your vault. Yes, sir. I have some great, statted armor and they're about to be gone. I don't understand why, but while we are not ready to talk concretely about armor plans right now, we do want to get more gameplay novelty on armor itself so that eluding a piece of armor in a new season has the potential to change the way you play. Expect to hear more about armor and other holistic upgrades to the way gear rotates. Do on Twitch. Wow. In McDee's, what a day. Let's go. Upgrades to way gear rotates in and out of the power ecosystem as we harden plans in the new year. Wow, in McDonald's, what a day. In McDee's, what? And that, I'm sorry, Venomous, you made me laugh. And that a new year will be here before you know it. A big chunk of the team will be, taking some hard-earned time off to rest, which, rightfully so, I will give it to them, and relax, ahead of, coming back to the studio and diving into 2021. We have a lot of work to do, and while I'm looking forward to the break, I also can't wait to get to work on some of the huge stuff we've got coming in the new year. Without spoiling too much, here's a brief teaser on some of the things that are on their way in Destiny 2 Year 4. Transmog will be coming soon. Season 14. Yes, sir. Thank you. Transmog would be great. I still have some old armor that I couldn't let go. More details to come. See work in progress screen captures below. Not final, may change. So here you go. This could change. This is looking like it. Obviously, here's the shader. Here's the ornament that they're using and the gear, which I'm currently wearing all that but the helmet and the boots. So, all right, let's go back up. DDoS protection for Destiny 2 players on all consoles will be coming in Season 13. Thank you. Main reason that I left that, and the 30 frames per second. I'm on PC now. It's just 10 times better. The Vault of Glass raid returns. Hell yes. Crossplay is coming in 2021. Crossplay is coming in 2021. Now, is that cross-generational? Because it just says crossplay. So if I could get with my Xbox buddies while on my PC, I'm going to be in absolute heaven. Arctic, Twinkle, my whole crew, I miss you so much. Anyways, Two Strikes, the Fallen Saber, and Devil's Lair are coming to Destiny 2 in Season 13. I thought we were supposed to get we're supposed to get the Devil's Lair this season. Okay. Legendary and your Master Lost Sector rotation will be expanded to include the Lost Sectors on the Moon in Season 13, and there will be 3 new pieces of exotic armor to chase. Let's fucking go. Yes, sir. Appearance, which we went over. This would be good. This would be really good. I'm tired of having to scroll through 2 lines of shaders, if you know what I mean. Am I playing PC full-time when they cross me? Yes, sir. I won't feel bad anymore for not being on Xbox with my buddies. Returning to orbit, and this is the last of it. Now that I've ranted longer than a raid leader on Valkyrie, let's wrap this thing up. 2020 has been a hard year for so many folks out there, and I hope that Beyond Light has been able to be a bright spot over the past couple of weeks. Playing Destiny 2 alongside you helps keep us going. We're going to keep our ears and eyes open for more feedback as we continue towards 2021. Hope your holiday treats you well, and can't wait to share more Destiny with you in the new year. Thanks for your time, Joe. All right, so let's talk about, now that I've gone through the whole thing, and I added my little tidbits, there's a lot of good here. Like, all of it's good. Now, are they going to follow through? Or is this just something to keep the players in grasp? Now, so let's start. They at least admitted the initial reward pool was just too small. Correct. And we all agree, the entire community. And let me hear your thoughts and opinions in the chat. What was your ups and your downs with the release? Because even though the reward pool was small, we did get some very good weapons. Pretty much all the raid weapons were great, other than the sword, obviously, because a falling guillotine and the lament. That's all I'm gonna say. So, me personally, all the raid weapons are very good, very viable. We got a new hammerhead in the raid. We got basically what I like to call Icebreaker 2.0. Kind of like a watered down version of Icebreaker, but it's still a good sniper rifle, which reconstruction and probably either Vorpal or recombination. I want my reconstruction in Vorpal. I have one with Vorpal, but it's not as good without reconstruction. So let's see. future annual releases will contain more new weapons. So what do we think that more is going to be? Is it going to be more as in 5 more, 10 more, 12 more, 20 more? I honestly hope they flood us. Take out all the weapons, every single weapon that is, sunset, and replace them all. That's what we were hoping for with this one, but we just didn't get. This one right here is the biggest one, I think, in my opinion. In Season 13, we're adding 6 new legendary weapons to our ritual activities, 2 each for Strikes, Gambit, and Crucible. I think that's going to definitely going to help us out a lot for making Strikes and Gambit and the Crucible more appealing to go into. Now, after you get those 2 new weapons, are you going to go back? That's the thing. So if you're not going to go back, I understand. But at the same time, it's definitely a good thing. So they have added 6 ritual weapons, which is great for next season. Let's see. Yeah, right here. In addition to weapons above, Nightfall Strikes. Dadgummy. Why is it not doing it? Okay, Nightfall Strikes are getting 3 unique weapons with the palindrome. It's back, baby! The Swarm, which I can't remember the Swarm. I remember the name, but I can't remember what it is. Someone help me out. What was the Swarm? And of course, everyone's favorite, Shadow Price. If you were a D1 player and you got Shadow Price, you were golden. So you can only get them during Grandmaster Nightfalls, but no, regular Nightfalls. The adept versions of these weapons are only in Grandmaster Nightfalls. I see myself actually doing Grandmaster Nightfalls, depending on the perk that they get for adept. If they're gonna have the same perk on all the weapons, it better be a hell of a perk. I tell you, better be a hell of a perk. Let's see. Recent patch we added. Yep. So for anyone who didn't get their Fell Winters or may have skipped that season or things like that, this is really good. It's only a limited time, so if you don't get it now, what the hell? If you don't get it now, then I highly suggest getting your Fell Winters, getting your Whisper, getting Outbreak perfected. Now, I can't say that they're going to be the same quest. It might be easier, or you just might pay something like normal now. So honestly, all this is very good. Adding weapons, 6 new ritual weapons. Your Nightfall rewards are back. The adept versions, I'm actually shocked that they are bringing adept versions to Grandmaster Nightfalls, which it is a Grandmaster. I will be farming those if that adeptness is good. I'm just the palindrome. If it comes back as right here, if it comes back as good as it was in D1, and it's as dominant as it was in D1, I think they're gonna have a lot of people really enjoying Destiny, because right now there's a lot of negativity in the community. Like me personally, I love my PvP, I do, and with stasis added, I hope they tune it down in PvP. Add a playlist that does not have stasis, because the need for any kind of weapon skill that we did need is completely gone now. You can literally just free somebody, but that's another rant. So I've been doing tons of PvE this season. I've already done the raid like 22, 23 times. I'm about, I'm getting tired of PvE. I want my PvP where I don't get frozen every 5 seconds. Quality and quantity. Yes, now they did talk, because I've already read all over all of this. They did talk that the Bastion, the Kelos SMG, and the Falling Guillotine were great, and they were. The new perks, Reconstruction and Recombination. If they're going to bring out perks that aren't damage boosting perks, and as you can tell from the new list of all the perks that we've gotten with all the Europa weapons, there's not a single if I can really think of, there's not a single damage boosting perk in there. So if they're getting away from the damage boosting perks on just normal weapons, then honestly, the raid was really easy. So if you haven't done the raid, go over to Bullet Heads. That's our clan. We're in Bullet Heads. We always have people doing the raids, doing something. It's a very, 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 very in-depth, active. I've been in Bullet Heads clan for damn near 3 years, and we have raid Sherpas, PvP trainers. I'm a PvP trainer. It's I gotta say, it's one of the best clans I've ever been in. I've never left. I don't have any plans on leaving. Great team. We don't tolerate any toxicity. If you're a toxic person, you're gone. And we will give you some warnings, and if you're still toxic, then fine. But we have a very healthy clan, a very healthy Discord. I highly suggest going over there, checking it out. If you have a small clan and you're looking for more, come to Bullet Heads. All right, plug over. I think a lot of people with a lot of things in their vault, especially old armor, Transmog will be coming with season 14. So not next season, but the season after, which is cool. This was a big one for me on Xbox. When I was on Xbox, I can't tell you how many times I got DDoSed. So this being in the game for all consoles, I think that's probably one of the biggest issues over on console is DDoSing. Yeah, you have your aimbotters with the little things. I can't even remember the name of them, but it's not near as bad as it was on PC. And there's still some in PC. I'm not as sus of a lot of people, because I know there are good snipers out there. I'm okay at sniping. That's mainly what I do. But with stasis now, it makes it hard for anything. And I'm a controller user, so to snipe on controller now is 10 times harder. But you do get the satisfaction of, if you hit that snipe, you feel great. So just saying. This is my biggest thing for PvE right here. The Vault of Glass. That is, if y'all will agree with me, that is the biggest add-in that I think is going to come. If they do VOG right, being in my opinion, the best raid that there was, and still is. I love Last Wish too. Last Wish was very, very, very good. Those are my top two raids. Last Wish and the Vault of Glass. Don't get me wrong, I love the Leviathan, lots of mechanics, but Last Wish for me just had a better storyline overall. integration into that release of the Dreaming City. It was just very well done. Vogue. Vogue was the same way. If Vogue comes back and they add their champions, change it a little bit. Change it just a little bit. You know, maybe the Gorgon Maze is different. Don't just add champions and just throw it in the game. You know, if you're going to bring back one of the best snipers that I can remember, which was Praetus Revenge. Arctic, there's looking at you too. Then put some good perks on it. Make it PvE and PvP like the Adored. The Adored, you can use both. So I really, really enjoy, you know, old weapons returning because they have that. I don't know. It's just very, very nostalgic. And for anyone who played D1, you know that the palindrome, Praetus Revenge, Shadow Price, all these killer weapons that were in D1. If you brought them back, you would get a lot of people that were happy. You know, so this right here for overall is my favorite. Crossplay. I can't wait for complete crossplay. Now it says 2021. So obviously we're not going to know if it's at the end of 2021, in the middle. I don't see it being at anywhere in the first. I don't see it being in the first 6 months of 2021. But after reading all this and seeing all this, Bungie's really stepping up. They're going to increase the reward team's size. So more rewards, more perks, new weapons, fresh ideas. That's what I think of. My hopes are up for Bungie right now. Zalo Supercell. I think the Risk Runner is basically a SMG version, just like the Crimson is a hand cannon version of Red Death. I think while Zalo was an AR Mr. Great and it was in your primary slot, I honestly think that the Risk Runner is kind of equivalent to it. So yeah, two more strikes. I really feel that we're gonna need more strikes. Well, yeah, that's what I said. It's like a smaller version of it, Mr. Great. Legendary and Master Lost Sector rotation, and they're gonna add 3 new pieces of exotic armor. While the 3 pieces that 6 pieces, but I think overall the new exotics are right now that were definitely the best. Mask of Bacchus. Let's see. What's the arms on the Warlock that work with Thorn? I'm drawing a blank. Who can tell me? Who's a Warlock main? I have them. I just got them. I just haven't used them yet because I don't really use Thorn too much. I can't think of the name. If anyone knows, just let me know in the chat. Let's see. So, and Icefall Mantles were a little disappointing to me. Were just a little disappointing, honestly. I honestly, I thought they would be better, but the Necrotic Grips. Thank you, Mr. Great. Which, by the way, in my opinion, probably Poison will be our next subclass. We have Darkness. Now, they said they're going to be improving Stasis, and this is only scratching the surface. But I see a Poison subclass in our future. You don't have to use Thorn, Mr. Great, but it works with Thorn. So, I mean, why would you not use it instead of just doing a regular melee? I don't know. I mean, I understand both. But the overall changes here, considering the tab says darkness subclasses. Yeah, so these overall changes right here, it said it's not concrete, but this is a preview. I think we can all appreciate this right here. Instead of having a list of 2 shaders and going over and over and over, have it all there. That's a great little quality of life, function there, in my opinion. This isn't bad. It does show you, what shaders, what ornaments, and your armor here. So, I mean, both great improvements. It's not concrete, but that's a little preview. So, I mean, overall, all of this that they have said is absolutely amazing. I really think that, what they've announced here, especially being the assistant game director, not the community manager, not this guy or or that girl or this girl, it's the game director itself. They've seen the feedback. They know that we're disappointed with Beyond Light because I've blown through everything. I'm done. Like I've been playing, Minion Masters, which I just downloaded. Honestly, I think it's a nice little game, to play if you like tower defense style, but everything moves forward. It's almost like tower defense meets Plants vs. Zombies, almost. So, aspects have been great. Yeah, Mr. Great. 2 more aspects coming. Okay, I haven't seen that yet. Thanks for the info. I'm gonna have to look into that. Honestly, I can say with stasis PVE wise, I'm absolutely loving it. You are an instrument of destruction. If you haven't unlocked your aspects, if you haven't unlocked your fragments of all things, get your fragments done. Your fragments make stasis so much more powerful. Like on my Titan, I hardly ever shoot my gun. I ability spam with the Heart of Inmost Light, and it is absolutely nasty. Get your resilience on a Titan up to 100. On your Hunter, spam your nades. Spec out for ice wall nades. AG, man, you gotta do your stasis stuff, man. I'll jump on and help you with it. That's all I've been doing because I've been bored because PvP is just too toxic with stasis right now. I've gone in, I've done my pinnacles, which by the way, I don't know if any of y'all have noticed, but this week I did on all 3 characters, I did my Gambit, my Crucible, and my Strike pinnacles. Check your drops because mine have only dropped at my base power level. My base, power level 1255. Guess what? My pinnacles dropped at 1255. So I'm a little confused. I did tweet Bungie about it. All right, AG. Yeah, man. The moment you get it, just let me know and I'll run you through the storyline real fast, and we'll get your stasis. Yeah, Mr. Great, for sure. Just throw down your ice wall nade and go through it, and you're good to go. Or if you're a hunter, just slam down on it. Just do your fragments. Your fragments are absolutely important. If all you do is unlock the first aspect, get that done on all your characters. But yeah, that's the thing right there. That is our update. I'm really enjoying it. We got about 4 minutes until Destiny comes back online. I just wanted to get this out there for anyone who has not seen it. It just hit on Steam. I was actually in the middle of playing Minion Masters and rebuilding my deck of minions and stuff, and it said that there was a Bungie Dev update. I was like, oh, let me get this out. Very good update, very informative. A lot of great things have come in, and yeah, just if you want to know, you can go back through and either read it yourself. It's on Steam, or you can just rewatch my video, like it, love it, do whatever. Subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Twitch. Um, Now that I know there's more stuff coming, I'm more inclined to stream more because right now it's kind of boring. Like I'm done with everything I need to do as far as Beyond Light goes. So I, I, I really appreciate all of you, coming out and watching this. Yes, oh yes, and Mr. Great, yes. As we know from the last TWAB, bounties are available on the app. I have not looked into it. I don't use the app much. I mainly use Dim, which is you can see right here. I mainly use Dim. Dim is great. Obviously, it's still not back up yet, but um, maybe we could get bounties on Dim. That'd be great. I'd love it. I think everyone would. So yeah, I really appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy Destiny. It'll be back online in about